Ever since I recognized like my vulnerability was like my strongest points, it really been working out in my favor.
Well, really, it was all about the kids. Cause I'm a big person in like, as far as wanting to help out kids in any way I could, in any shape or form. But it turned out for me that they was helping me out, which was pretty cool. So like mainly my first thing was all about just helping the kids, and then in turn it kind of helped me out in a way. My boy B Cash, Brandon Cash, had hit me up on the Twitter. He slid in the DMs. We started talking. He asked me, he kind of swindled me into it. He told me, "You want to talk to some kids?" I'm like, "Come on now, of course I could." So I went down, thought I was going to talk to some kids. So I had a pregame speech before, like, okay, this is what I'm talking about, boom, boom, boom. Get in there. Wasn't even about that. So we started going in the group, and I started realizing, like, oh shoot, hearing these other kids open up, I was like, dang, this is pretty cool. Man, it's so dope, man. It makes you feel good. It makes you, it's a feeling that's undescribable, that you get from it. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's just something that you want more of, because you relish the time that you're there, because it makes you feel so much better. It feels like you get weight off your shoulders, and little things like that makes your day feel a whole lot better. It makes you feel more like sane, I should say. Because you realize, man, being vulnerable is the best way to connect with people, and the more you connect people, the more support you have to get through anything you have.
Bacon ranch melty with the Cheetos y Camaro Sequeros and Madison. I don't know what I said, it sound good.
Reached out to Kenneth. Kenneth came back into town right timing, and he was like, "Hey, I want to come to a group." So he came to a group, and he said something at one of the groups that I don't know. I wasn't even planning on having a co-host, and I don't know if you remember what you said, but he's like, "Man, we just got done being real deep in the group," and he was like, I think being vulnerable and being real is like my best attribute."
Yep.
And then I was like, I looked at him, I was like, "You just passed the business test, not the business test, but
The screening.
yeah, no, the interview.
The interview,
You just passed the interview." And so afterwards, I'm like, "Hey, you want to be my co-host?" We've been lucky enough to get really cool, interesting people to kind of tell their story and talk about, a lot of times social media people talk about all the good things, because that's what you want to post, the happy times. And then when people get down and depressing on social media, we tend to go, "Oh, that's a little too heavy," So our radio show is kind of like in that betweener. It's like, we talk with them, they open up, we laugh, we goof around, and then all of a sudden, like a normal conversation with a friend, it just gets deep.
Ego in that department, like you have to act like you're this macho person. So it's like when you're vulnerable, it makes you feel like you connect with so many more people than just being that macho person, because not everybody is going to be able to strap on those pads on Saturdays or any day, basically. So when you're vulnerable, people can relive those moments of where you felt vulnerability at that time. Ever since like I came out and started being more vulnerable, I've been getting much and much more respect, far more than being a football player. And I think that speaks more volumes than being a football player, because it's all about what you do off the field, because a lot of people, there's always going to be another person that's going to be just as good as you or even better. It's always going to be like that. But if you can get someone that has like respected, like with the community, and does what he does on the field, like it just speaks volumes and increases your legacy. And it was a lot better because like the support I was able to get, which is so awesome. And so instead of me just holding everything into myself, having an outlet to, speak on it and eventually have people, support me in that way, which is pretty cool. Because nowadays we put people on the pedestal, even though they have the same struggles as us.
different guest, like as far as like getting to know them, because people I'd never seen before, never even know who they was, and then after talking with them, I instantly know who they are, and then we gain a connection together through our struggles. Dude, I'm stoked. I'm stoked because I don't know, it makes, because I'm always a very when it comes to like my music, it's always very personal as far as like being vulnerable and expressing like my vulnerable times and things like that. So doing the music, man, it's gonna be so cool because now I get to do what I love, and then people can it can, because usually I just do the music for myself, but now it seems like when he asked me for, it's like I'm doing the music for everyone. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. So it'll be able to I'll be able to shed light to whoever, and they'll be able to feel what I'm going through, and be able to, whatever struggles I'm talking about or vulnerabilities I'm talking about, they'll be able to connect with it and feel the same way. So I'm anxious, man. I can't wait to be able to whip up some music so I can be able to showcase it.